All right, today we're going to draw the train stack. It's part number 2. Start a new part. Give it a second. Then we're going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to draw down from above, so I'm going to draw on the XZ plane. First, I'm going to start down here at the very bottom and just draw this little section. So I'm going to get a circle. And we can see that that section has a diameter of 0.5. And so that's all we're going to do with this first part. So we're going to finish that sketch. We're going to extrude this up, and we're going to extrude it up to 0.25 that it tells us. Okay, and then we have the bottom part, first part of our train stack. And so now we're going to jump up to build this kind of angled part. And so I'm going to make a work plane up here at the top. So I have to make a work plane that is 1.5 minus the 0.25, so 1.25 above this top section. So I'm going to go to plane, offset from plane, from this point. I'm going to go 1.25 inches up, and if I zoom out, I can see my plane up there. Okay, now I'm going to make a new sketch on this plane here. I'm going to make a circle. And this one, I want to make the diameter of this, it's 1.25. All right, and now I'm going to finish that sketch. Then I'm going to loft from here up to the sketch I just made. So I'm going to loft from this section right here up to this top one. And I want to build them together. So say OK. And now we got that second section made. And now we got to build the part on top. Okay, so I'm going to extrude a circle up there. So I'm going to draw a new circle. New sketch. We're going to make another circle. We're going to make it the same size. Finish that sketch. And now we're going to extrude. Let me make this a little bigger so we can see what we're doing. We're going to extrude that top, and we're going to go up the 0.25, the 1.75 minus the 1.5. But we're going to extrude with a taper. We need a 15-degree taper. It tells us right here, 15 degrees. Okay, so we're going to go up to 0.25. It's already doing that. And then we go into taper, and we're going to do a 15-degree taper. And that went the wrong way, so we have to do a negative 15-degree taper to make sure it tapers in. And then we'll say OK. And we have our stack mostly done, but we've got to put this hole. And they even give us the hole notes. And so we're actually going to make this a hole. Okay, and so we want to put a point on this thing. We want to put the center point of a loop, which is the loop of this. And then let's move this down so we can see what we're doing. Put a hole. We're going to put it at this point. We're going to drill it down into this top. Okay. We need this to be a diameter of 0.375. It's just going to be a smooth, regular hole, but it's going to have a counter bore in it. So we're going to go select our counter bore. We want the diameter of this part down here to be 0.375. We want the depth to be 1.5. We'll change it to distance and do 1.5 deep. And then we want our counter bore. Until it's too small right now, we want that to be 0.875. And we want that to a depth of 0.375. And that should be our hole. So we will say OK. And there we go. I'm going to take off the visibility of this work plane so it looks better. Let's zoom out so we can see it. And now you can see there's my hole in my train stack that I'm supposed to have, and we are all done. Last thing you want to do, of course, if you want to color it, right? So we can color, we want to just color the whole thing. All right, let's make it, I don't know, orange. I like orange. There you go. And now we have our train stack, and we're all done. Make sure you hit save, and you're good to go.